Welcome to another monthly portfolio update. If you are stopping by for the first time, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. In this video, I will share with you how much I invested in my taxable account in July, the number of shares that I bought, and the value of my portfolio at the end of July. But as always, before I continue, a quick disclaimer. The information that I'm sharing is not financial advice. Before you invest in anything, please do your own research and make sure that you only invest in things that you understand. With that being said, I will dive right into my portfolio update. I will start with a quick recap of my June portfolio to show you the value of the portfolio and the number of shares that I had before the beginning of July. The total equity of my portfolio at the end of June was $48,593.15. $48,475.60 was the market value of my investments, and $117.55 was a cash amount. At the end of June, my portfolio was up $3,349.68. This was a plus 7.42%. These are my holdings, 2 Vanguard ETFs and 2 BlackRock ETFs. VCN is a Vanguard ETF that tracks the entire Canadian market, and I had 76 shares of VCN at the end of June. VFV is a Vanguard S&P 500 Index ETF, the Canadian version of VOO, and I had 244 shares of VFV at the end of June. XEQT is a BlackRock ETF. This is an all-in-one equity ETF which holds Canadian equities, US equities, developed market equities outside Canada and the US, and emerging market equities. I had 402 shares of XEQT at the end of June. XUU is also a BlackRock ETF which tracks the US total stock market, and I had 214 shares of XUU at the end of June. I will now show you how much I invested in July and the number of shares that I bought. I bought 2 shares of VCN. The cost per share was $41.36. The total cost, $82.71. This was 13% of the amount that I invested in July. I bought 2 shares of VFV. The cost per share was $105.13. The total cost, $210.26. And this was 33% of the amount that I invested in July. I bought 6 shares of XEQT. The cost per share was $26.24. The total cost, $157.42. And this was 25% of the amount that I invested in July. I bought 4 shares of XUU. The cost per share was $44.71. The total cost, $178.84. And this was 28% of the amount that I invested in July. In total, I bought 14 shares, all the ETFs combined, and the total amount that I invested was $629.23. This is $54.39 less than the amount that I invested in June. As you can see here, in June I invested $683.62, and in July, $629.23. The difference is minus $54.39. The total equity of my portfolio at the end of July was $50,515.25. $50,494.66 was the market value of my investments, and $20.59 was the cash amount. At the end of July, my portfolio was up $4,739.52. This is plus 10.36%. As of July the 31st, I had 78 shares of VCN, 246 shares of VFV, 408 shares of XEQT, and 218 shares of XUU. All right, let's now take a look at some details about each of the positions. I will start with VCN. The closing market price on July the 31st was $41.85. The quantity of shares that I had, 78. The average price, $40.38. The book value, which is how much I have invested in VCN, was $3,149.96. The market value was $3,264.30. This was 6.46% of my portfolio. VCN was up 3.63%, or $114.34. Next, we have VFV. The closing market price on July the 31st was $107.41. The quantity of shares that I had, 246. The average price, $95.68. The book value was $23,539.55. The market value was $26,422.86. This was 52.31% of my portfolio. VFV was up 12.25%, or $2,883.31. Then we have XEQT. The closing market price on July the 31st was $26.96. The quantity of shares that I had, 408. The average price, $25 and almost 10 cents. The book value was at $10,240.77. The market value was at $10,999.68. This was 21.77% of my portfolio. XEQT was up 7.41%, or $758.91. Finally, we have XUU. The closing market price on July the 31st was $44.99. The quantity of shares that I had, 218. The average price, $40.48. The book value was $8,824.86. The market value was $9,807.82. This was 19.42% of my portfolio. XUU was up 11.14%, or $982.96. The stock market did pretty well in July. My portfolio went from plus 7.42% at the beginning of the month to plus 10.36% at the end of the month. As for the S&P 500 index, it gained 3.21% in July, and at the end of July, it was up 19.52% year to date, which is from January to end of July. So far, it has been a good year. We will see if this upward trend will continue in August or whether the market will cool down a bit. Usually in August, trading tends to slow down as many people leave for summer vacation. Personally, I'll be taking a few days off in August, and I'll try not to look into the stock market during that time. Another factor that may cause stocks to fall in August is the fact that the Federal Reserve has raised interest rate again at the end of July by 25 basis points. This brings the rate to a target range of 5.25 to 5.50%. This recent rate hike takes benchmark borrowing costs to their highest level in more than 22 years. The last time interest rate was this high was early 2001. We will see how this latest interest rate hike impacts the stock market in August and the rest of the year. Anyway, whatever happens, I'll stay the course, ride it out, and focus on the long term. Alright, feel free to leave a comment below. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Peace out.